Next Attorney General of New Mexico, Matt Chandler.
Good morning, everyone. I appreciate you sacrificing your beautiful Saturday to come out here and rally up the troops. You know, we have been traveling all over the state, as been mentioned, and as you know, and we can tell you that over about the last 10 days, there has been just a storm developing out there, and even one day we had to park a plane that we were trying to use to get across the state. We had to start driving because the winds were so strong. But I can tell you those winds are so strong and they're at our back. Yes. And that storm that's developing is filled with people that are ready for change, real change and true change, and to remove politicians and put people in office that are willing to put others before politics. And I know with my heart of hearts that this is the year that on the morning after the election day and those storm clouds break and we open up the newspaper, we're going to see a whole new set of names and faces that is getting ready to storm the Capitol on behalf of you. So thank you very much for your support. My name is Matt Chandler, and of course I'm running for the Attorney General's office. And with your support on Tuesday, we'll retire Gary King once and for all. Once and for all. You know, we have for far too long put career politicians in the New Mexico Attorney General's office. I'm not a career politician, I'm a career prosecutor. I understand what it means to take on corruption cases and have resolution with them. An indictment is not resolution. We need convictions. New Mexicans deserve convictions and justice and restitution from all of the politicians that continue to fill their pocket with your money. I firmly believe that. You know, we live in one of the most corrupt states in the nation. And that's not me saying that. That was Agent Tom McClanahan, special agent of the FBI. There's only one of them in the state of New Mexico. And last year, Agent McClanahan said that corruption has hit epidemic levels in New Mexico, that it's in all levels of government from the top down. You see what I'm talking about? That's corruption. They're taking shots at me. Man, where's that Democrat tracker at? You got that on tape. So, it's at all levels of government from the top down. And he said there's no accountability, and then the special agent retired and he left the state. And now we're here to clean it up. We're here to make sure that we have someone that can handle these particular cases. You know, I don't run from corruption cases. When I'm a career prosecutor, like I said, been a prosecutor for 9 years, the district attorney of the 9th Judicial District, and I'm a Republican. But when the Republican Curry County Treasurer decided that she was going to falsify public records, it was time to step up and do the right thing, and I indicted her. I removed her from her elected office, and I made her forfeit her salary back to the taxpayers as restitution. That's what we need in Santa Fe. I've had the unfortunate pleasure of prosecuting 35 defendants charged with murder. Never mind what my opponent says in his commercial when he says untrue. He can look up the record. He knows the record. I've sent 35 murderers to prison. Every one of them. And I can tell you also that when I took on the New Mexico Aryan Brotherhood, people said, look out, that's a white supremacist prison gang. They're into killing and destroying and making sure that people are hurt and trafficking methamphetamines. And I said, I'm not worried about it. We indicted 30 of them. We convicted every one of them. We dismantled the most heinous prison gang in New Mexico. Afraid to take on the New Mexico Aryan Brotherhood. I am not afraid to take on the corruption that lurks in the halls of Santa Fe. I'm just going to leave you with this. There's a couple of major contrasts between myself and my opponent. Number one, like I've already mentioned, I'm not a career politician. I'm a career prosecutor focused on the job. Number two, I firmly believe and will do with all within my power as your next Attorney General to stand up and say we must stop providing driver's licenses to illegal immigrants. It's a major issue. It's a public safety issue. My opponent continues to stand on the platform that makes our highways safer, that these individuals have passed competency driver's tests. That's not true. It's dangerous. It's extremely dangerous. I'm willing to stand up for the Constitution and stop letting the federal government tread on it. I want to make sure that I work with law enforcement officers because this is not about Democrats. This is not about Republicans. This is not about independents. This is about protecting New Mexicans. This position is. And that's why law enforcement officers all across the state are standing behind my campaign saying they want Matt Chandler as Attorney General. The New Mexico Fraternal Order of Police, the Albuquerque Police Officers Association, the Las Cruces Police Officers Association. The list goes on and on and on. They're not backing the current state chief law officer. They want to elect Matt Chandler. And I appreciate your support, I appreciate your prayers, and I appreciate your vote. Thank you very much.